In this video, I'm going to show you how to crochet an uppercase letter H. Coming up next. Hi, I'm Diet, and welcome to Turtle Creativity, where we make crafting and crocheting easy. Today, I'm really excited to share with you a crochet tutorial where I teach you how to crochet an uppercase letter H. For this crochet tutorial, you're going to need yarn, of course. I'll be using Red Heart Super Saver in the color white. You'll also need a crochet hook. I'll be using a size letter I. You'll also need a pair of scissors and a yarn needle to sew in your ends. Well, I'm going to roll up my sleeves just a tad, and I'm ready to get crocheting now. So let's get started with crocheting the letter H. The letter H is made up of a few basic crochet skills, such as chaining, slip stitch, single crochet, double crochet, and a half double crochet. Now, if you do not know how to do these stitches, it's okay. Right here, I'll link a video series where I teach you all of the basic crochet stitches. Once you have those down pat, come on back and we can crochet the letter H together. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to pull out some yarn and I'm ready to go. So let's go ahead. I'm going to do my slip stitch. And we're going to chain a total of 17. Okay, so there is our 17 chains. In this very first stitch from the hook, we're going to put 3 double crochets in that. So I'm just pulling up on my hook just to extend the yarn some. And I'm going to go ahead and put 3 double crochets in this first chain space from my hook. There's 2. And here is the last double crochet. So over the next 15 chain spaces, I'm going to put a half double crochet in each one of these chain spaces. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the next chain space, pull up. There are your 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. So continue to do that over the next chain spaces. So you're going to do 14 more half double crochets. I'll meet you when we get to the end. Now, for our last half double crochet, we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into the second to last chain, 3 loops is on our hook, yarn over and pull through 3. Now, for this last chain space, we're going to put 3 double crochets in that chain space. So go ahead and yarn over, insert your hook in the last chain space, 3 loops is on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to do that 2 more times. So now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of turn our work, because what we're going to do is we're going to work up some slip stitches. So we're going to work up slip stitches up our H, because this right here is this part of our H, okay? So it's one side of our H. So what we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch up so that we can prepare ourselves to do the middle part of our H. So let's go ahead and slip stitch up 7 times. Now that we have slip stitch up 7, What we need to do now is chain 12. So there are our 12 chains that we did. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull up on our yarn and we're going to put 3 double crochets in this first chain space from our hook. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put a half double crochet in our next 6 chain spaces, okay? And that is creating the bottom of our H, okay? So when we chain up our 6, this is going to create the other side of our H, okay? So we're going to put 6 half double crochets up our chain. So yarn over, insert in the next chain space, pull up, 3 is on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. So continue to do this 5 more times. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to chain up 10. The chain up 10 is creating this part of our H. Okay, so there are our 10 chains. Pull up on your yarn, because what we're going to do in this chain space right there, we're going to put 3 double crochets in this chain space. Now we're going to put a half double crochet over the next 9 chain spaces. So yarn over, insert your hook into the next chain space, pull through all 3 loops. Continue on until you get to the end. Half double crochets. And here is our last half double crochet. So now what we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch our H so that we can make it one long line. We're going to slip stitch right here in this corner. Okay, so you see this half double crochet right here. We're going to insert our hook right here in this corner and slip stitch it together. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're kind of going to turn our H, and what we need to do is we're going to slip stitch 2 down so that we can have the height of our half double crochets. So what we're going to do is insert our hook into the next chain space. Okay, so that's 1, and slip stitch again 2. Okay. And now we're going to go ahead and turn our H, and we're ready to go ahead and do our half double crochets across this line of our H. So across the middle of our H. So we need to put half double crochets right here across this chain. All right. So yarn over, insert in the next hook, and proceed to do our half double crochets. Twist our H correctly. So now what we're going to do is we're going to count up 2, 1, 2, and we're going to put a slip stitch in this second chain space to connect the middle part of our H to this side. Okay? Now, the next step for us to do is to do single crochets all the way around our entire H. Okay, I'm going to pull some more yarn out. So insert your hook into the next chain space. 2 loops is on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2. So continue to do that single crochet all the way around our H, and I'll meet you when we get right here. So we're going to put our last single crochet right there, and now we're going to slip stitch in the corner of our H. Pull up on your yarn. You can go ahead and grab your scissors and cut your yarn. Now what we're going to do is flip our H over and sew in our tails. So when we're crocheting our letter H, we are twisting it, we are turning it, we're moving it all around, and it can get curly and twisted. So what I love to do for all of my letters is to give it a burst of heat. And I'll be doing that with my Easy Press. Flipping my letter H on the wrong side, placing down my Teflon sheet, I am going to go ahead and press it out for 3 seconds. Here is our completed uppercase letter H. I'll see you in the next one, and subscribe for more.